Hey, thanks for tuning in. Of course, I'm Mike, and you've reached Mike's RC Corner again, and I'm super excited for this video. I got this model, came in, and it's the Vagrant. It's a 24 scale. It's a copy of the Losi Micro B. Just a little background here. I've done club racing. Now I do mostly crawling. Back in the day, the brand I used to rock was the Losi. And the buggies and the short course trucks, those are my favorite. I've had a lot of Losis in my collection over the years. I've even had the Micro T and the Mini B and lots of great stuff. The re-release of the Micro B was last year, and it sells for about $99.99 on A-Main and Tower Hobbies and all those great hobby stores in the States, but that doesn't translate very well for us guys here in Canada. Shipping and the exchange, and you know, I'm not going to spend 180 Canadian plus for this 124 buggy. Now Wltoys, and you'll see here it says XK, so this is kind of like their upgraded version, I believe. This one came out, and boy, I'm telling you, you can score this for $47, which is about $60 Canadian. This is super cool. I'm glad it's here. Let's get into this. We're going to unbox this thing, and then we're going to have a quick overview and see what's up. Then we're going to take it out on the street. Thanks for watching Mike's RC Corner. Let's get into this video and let's see what the Vagrant is all about. First, let's just take a quick look at the box and see what the specs they say. It's going to be a rear-wheel drive buggy, 30 kilometers speed. We got shocks, yay, 24 scale. It's got a strong motor. It's going to have a 2.4 gigahertz radio. It's pretty much in line with what the Losi Micro B is all about. So right now we're going to get rid of the box and see what all came inside. Alright guys, I already took the stuff out of the box before I threw that box away, so I didn't damage anything. It came well packed. It was all in cardboard protected. The one goofy thing though was that the foam was up against the edge of the box, and the box was a little bit squished, and now I got a flat spot, so I had to move it to the top. I could probably spin it around to the bottom, but it will not affect how this drives. Take a quick peek at the manual. It shows you how it all goes together, exploded parts, and in the back we have all the part numbers, so that is awesome stuff. So that's quite exciting, and it ends up being almost 20 pages long. We got 19 pages, fairly decent manual. We got a standard USB charger, Phillips mini screwdrivers. How many of these dumb screwdrivers do I have? Of course, famous cross wrench. How many stupid cross wrenches do I have? Came with some preload clips for the shocks, because the shocks are not oil filled. They're just friction spring. I'm not sure how much of a difference these would really make. Alright, we're going to dive into the buggy. I've already removed the body clip, which goes on here on the back, and I'm going to pull this in for a closer look. Now, the Losi has a metal chassis. This one doesn't. It has a carbon fiber look to it, but I have bent it. You can actually flex it. It's plastic. Lexan body, Lexan wing. They use, looks like mostly hex hardware, so that's good. The one thing the Losi has that this doesn't, they have oil filled shocks, so you will get better handling out of that. But just by glancing at the videos of the Micro B and this one, that's probably the biggest difference, is the shocks and the radio system. We'll zoom into the shocks here. They got metal caps, they're metal bodies, and then the plastic caps on the bottom. Everything looks to be almost a direct copy of the Losi, even how the wing mounts, shock towers. There's the motor. I believe these are 65 turn motors in here. You also notice it's a mid-motor setup. It kind of copies the 110 scale buggies that are out there, which is really neat. In the back we have metal dog bones. The wheels are pretty disappointing in the back. There's no foam or anything, and they're not too solid, so you can press down. It seems like it gives about a half a centimeter, and you can feel the rim. Too sure about that, but you might be able to easily upgrade to other buggy tires. The front ones are great. These are those rib styles, and they've done really well on this, so I will give them credit for that. I'm just going to talk about the battery for a sec. This is how you charge it, through the balance lead. This is the plug, and you plug it into the red port here on the speed controller, and there's the power button. You turn it on, and by the BEC here you can see light blinking on and off, so that's how you know it's on. One thing about this is using hex hardware, they don't give you a hex thing, and only Phillips, so I can't take this off to get the battery out. It has a hinge here. You would take these 2 screws out and this would flip up. As you can see, it's in a tray and it won't slide out, so it's in there, but that makes it a pain to swap batteries. So I don't think we'll be swapping the battery very often, and it also leads me to know how big that battery is. I'll do some research and I'll post it if it's different, but I think this is probably somewhere in the 350 to 400 milliamp hours. Take a quick look at the radio, foam wheel. We have some dials. This thing has a gyro in it, which is interesting. I don't know if the Losi does. I don't think so, and that's kind of cheating if you're racing. Of course, your steering trim, it's got a light button. There's no lights on here, I don't believe. You have different speeds, so 1, 2, 3, so probably low, medium, high. I'm not sure what CCS is, and we got our power button here. I've noticed here that this flips up and you get this weird thing in here. It must be for some type of other model. I don't know what that does. All that's left is to turn this thing on and take it out for a rip, so let's get on with that.
A few moments later.
All right guys, it's all bound, ready to go. I'm kind of excited about this. I haven't been excited about this video in a little while. I was real happy to see this came. I didn't even know that there was shipping notice that this thing was even close to me. Usually I get notices from the provider that things are on their way or in the country. This thing just showed up on my front porch. Pretty cool. We're ripping around here and the steering is super dialed. I'm gonna move up the gyro and see how that does. This thing turns on a dime. Now I'm assuming this is in first gear. Let's press the speed button and see what happens. I heard 2 beeps on the radio, and oh yeah, a lot faster now. Speed number 2 is almost too fast for this half of the driveway. I measured this driveway. It's 54 feet long, and I'm using about half of it, so this is about 26 foot spot I'm in here. Quite agile. Steering on it's crazy. Let's try lights. There's nothing with the lights. CCS, not sure what that does. One thing would be nice to see is if this thing had a steering dual rate and you can turn down these sharp corners. She really likes to spin out, man. This is not the world's flattest surface, but if you actually get turning quite quickly, but we're gonna work these tires in a bit yet too. All right, it's time to take it out on the street. Let's just cycle the differences again. You get a better feel for it. The speed, this is speed setting 1. There it goes. Be good for a small indoor track for sure. Let's bump it up to 2 beeps, which is speed setting 2. That's pretty good. For a 24 scale, that's not bad at all. 3 beeps, we're gonna move it to max here and do some speed runs. She's humming along. Doesn't seem too much faster than speed 2, and it's making quite the hum. Whoop. Hit a rock there, I went flying. Yeah, these things are really light, and when you're on high speed setting, when you do a corner, because it does so sharp, it will fishtail on you quite a bit. Definitely, I think the sweet spot for this is in setting number 2. Pretty cool buggy. This will get you real cheap. It'll get you that fix for the Losi Micro B. Potentially some upgrades for this would definitely be the shocks and at least the rear tires. and I think you'd be off to the races. I don't think a metal chassis or anything else would really improve this from the Losi one. Final thoughts, guys. 60 bucks Canadian. I don't think you can beat this. Is it perfect? No, but definitely a lot of fun. You can get 2 of these, race around on a driveway or inside a barn or a big garage or something. You could have a lot of fun with these. Overall, I give it a thumbs up. One thing I'm not too keen on is the body. We got a skull over here. I don't know what this is. Is that GR? Or I don't know what it's saying. Speed off-road. I mean, I don't know. Is that GR? I don't know, guys. My offer still stands to these companies. You want to put some nice graphics and English words on it, come talk to me. I'll help you out because this stuff is kind of ridiculous. All right, guys, so thanks for watching Mike's RC Corner. I'm glad to get this one out. A decent release from Wltoys. We'll see you soon on the next one.